Welcome to the another sessions in which we are going to complete the regulatory compliance topic. I hope you are enjoying our sessions. Okay, and I will try to complete these sessions as much as early as possible. So just be with me and just do comment your thought, your any kind of suggestions in my YouTube section so that I can try to deliver and I try to give that kind of videos which might help you in your upcoming examinations. Okay. So in this topic, we are going to discuss the regulatory compliance. These are very much basics. So just listen with me these sessions, and after that, just complete the modules of the institutes. I hope these are enough because these are not that kind of a very much learning based topic. These are more of a general based topics in which you must read twice, thrice, so that it will written in your mind and you are able to write in your exam in your own words. Because in these topics and in these subjects, whatever you have learned, you can write it in your own language because these are not law. These are the more of a basic understanding of your knowledge regarding the entrepreneurship, right? So let's start with today's session as well. That is all about regulatory compliance. Now, meaning and importance. First is concept of regulatory compliance. Now, what are the regulatory compliance complaints? Now, regulatory compliance refers to the adherence to law, rules, standards, and regulations applicable to setting up and running business. Very much understandable because these are the very much explanatory, self-explanatory in nature. Industry specific nature. Now, compliance requirements vary by industry, such as food safety standards for food business, data security regulations for financial services, right? Next is global regulatory framework. Example include HIPAA USA for health data protection, GDPR EU for data privacy and security. Next is risk of non-compliance. What are the risks involved? Failure to comply can result in financial penalties, legal action, loss of corporate goodwill. Next, what are the benefits involved? Benefits of regulatory compliance. Operational efficiency. Compliance improves internal processes and reduces the need for repeated regulatory checks. Second is enhance goodwill. Adherence to regulations strengthens the company's reputation. So that is called enhance your goodwills, right? If you follow all the laws, if you follow all the compliances, I think that will give you an enhancement of goodwills because it present you as a good firm or good organizations in front of the public as well as in front of the government. Stakeholder trust, it also build up the stakeholder trust like compliance build confidence among investors, customers, employees, and regulators. Next is regulatory compliance versus corporate compliance. Now, what are the difference between regulatory and corporate compliance? Regulatory compliance involve compliance with external laws, regulations prescribed by the government. And corporate compliance refers to adherence to internal policies, code of conduct, governance, framework, etc. Combined importance, what is the combined importance? It ensures accountability, transparency, and ethical functioning of the enterprise. Now, next is implementing an effective regulatory compliance plan. How you can implement such kind of a compliance plan? First of all, understanding the regulatory environment. First, firm may stay updated with the applicable laws and regulatory changes. Second is use of compliance tool. Now, automation and digital tools help track and manage compliance requirement. Next is employee training. Training sensitize the employees to compliance obligations, reduce violations. Next, internal compliance audit. Regulator or regular audit help identify gaps and ensure ongoing compliance. Next is periodic review. Continuous review ensure alignment with changing regulations. Now, what are the compliance audit? That what does it means? Meaning and purpose. क्या है इसका? What are the meanings and purposes? Now, definitions. A compliance audit evaluate whether the organization is following applicable laws, rules, and regulatory instructions. So, whether they have complied with applicable laws, rules, and regulatory instruction. That is all about compliance audit. Now, what are the need for such kind of audit? That is internal audit. Internal audit established a compliance baseline, identify risk areas before external audit. What are the steps involved in compliance audit? Appointment of a compliance officer. A designated officer ensure accountability for compliance checks, right? Review of past auditors or past audits. Previous audit findings help assessing the recurring risk. Stakeholder engagement. Key stakeholders are informed about audit scope and compliance requirement. Process evaluation. Existing procedures are reviewed for effectiveness. Risk assessment. Potential compliance risk and gaps are identified. Outcome of internal audit. Now, next is help organizations prepare for external audits and rectify weaknesses. Okay, proactively. That is important, proactively. Next is regulatory compliance for setting up an enterprise in India. So just read these things because these are basic, very basic. Okay, no need to remind or like mark up these things. Just read once or twice or thrice. I think these are enough. Now, what are the key business compliances? Selection of business entity. Entrepreneur must choose an appropriate form such as sole proprietorship or partnership or LLP or company. Next is business licensing. Mandatory license must be obtained based on the nature of the business. Next is company law compliance. Includes AGM, board meeting, auditor appointment. Next is taxation compliances. Compliance with income tax, GST and other tax law. Next is IPR compliances. Protection of patent, trademark and copyright. Next, labor law compliance. Compliance with law related to wages, employment conditions and social security. Now, what are the major law applicable in India? To be precise, that is Industry Dispute Act 1947, Trade Union Act 1926, Building and Other Constructive Workers Act 1996, Industrial Employment Act 1946, Interstate Migrant Workman Act 1979, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, Contract Labor Act 1970, Employee Provident Fund Act 1952, Employee State Insurance Act 1948. Next, key regulatory approval for on enterprise startup in India. For example, MSME registration, District Industry Center, Project Report and Consultancy, MSCB Development Institute, Industrial Shed, State Industrial Development Corporation, Local NOC, Municipal Corporation or Panchayat, Electricity Connection, State Electricity Board, Pollution Clearance, State Pollution Control Board, Drug Manufacturing License, State Drug Controller, Partnership Registration, Register of Farms, Food Processing License, Fruit and Vegetable Preservation Authority, Explosive License, District Collector, right? Quality Certification, Bureau of Indian Standard, BIS जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, right? Age Mark Certification, Ministry of Agriculture, Patents Registration, Control of General Patents, Import License, Director General of Foreign Trade, DGFT. So with this, we have completed these topics. These topics are very much uh, more of a, I think, law related, and just go through these things because these are very much basic and no need to focus more. After completion these sessions, I think these are enough to complete this topic. Just complete these videos and read once or twice before exam, because I think if you follow these topics before exam, it will, you are able to recall these kind of things. Otherwise, these are more of a theoretical things. There is no kind of a uh, mind required or like intelligence required to understand these things, because these are very much basic and more of a theoretical topic, right? So just complete this with my videos, and after that, go through the institute module. That's it. You are able to crack the questions if any kind of questions came from these topics, right? With this, I am signing off and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. And likewise, I am going to upload these sessions one by one. Okay. And try to complete it as early as possible. Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you. God bless you.